Hey everybody, this is Scott with GuitarAndBass.com. Thanks for checking out this video, really appreciate it. Today we're going to do our first video lesson on songwriting. Writing your own songs. Alright, so I'm real excited about it. It's something I like to do as a hobby. I don't profess to be any great songwriter, but I like to do it. It's fun for my own enjoyment and edification. So I wanted to go through a method to writing songs. Now, of course, being a creative process, let's use an analogy. You know, top of the mountain. We want to get to the top of the mountain. Well, there are a lot of paths to get to the top of the mountain. Sometimes you just find yourself there, right? How did I get here? Sometimes you got to work up to it. Sometimes you need a guide. Anyway, you kind of get the idea. So this is one approach. It's kind of a methodical approach. But obviously, sometimes if you're already trying to write songs, things can just kind of happen without so much of a method. But this gives you something to fall back on. Or if you've never tried to write a song, it'll give you a template to start the process of writing a song. Okay, so step number one is we have to develop our hook. Okay, so the hook is the part of the song that, we remember, we sing it. It's usually called a chorus, right? It's the chorus. We'll call it the hook, the chorus. It's the pinnacle. It's the essence of the song. So that's where you want to start. You want to come up with the hook, right? Come up with the hook. So what I thought I'd do is kind of just do a little demonstration of me trying to come up with a hook, kind of show you what a process of doing it, and then your homework will be to try this yourself. So we're going to build the hook in today's lesson, and then the next lesson we're going to talk about how to do the verses. And then the third lesson we'll talk about bridges, and then the fourth lesson we're going to get into analyzing other songs and how we can use other songs to inspire us, learn from them, even imitate them. That's the deal, imitate. Okay, but today we're going to talk about hooks. Alright, so being a guitar player, I usually like to come up with the chordal progression first. So what I would recommend is for you to come up with a 3 or 4 chord progression that inspires you. Alright? So I kind of played around a little bit before the video, of course, I wasn't sure I'd be completely inspired on the spot. So I came up with something like this. So I'm gonna work with that, okay? I think I like those chords. I like how it resolves at the end. Okay, so I got something, a chord progression that's resonating with me. Now the next part is to come up with a vocal melody. Come up with what you're gonna put the words to. And so what you want to do is just do some scat singing. Just do some, don't worry too much about the words right now. That is one approach. You could start with words, but I think it's much easier just to scat sing. Alright. And experiment and come up with your melody. So, let's see. Na, 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 yeah. I think that'll work. I'll try it again. Na, 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 yeah. So basically, I'm coming up with a melody. Na, 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 yeah. And I'm going to repeat that, but I'm going to alter it a little bit. Nya, na, nya, yeah. You wouldn't have to do that little extra thing in there, but you could, alright? Then I'm going to repeat it again. Nya, na, 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 yeah. Next part. na na na, or na na, da da da, and then it's going to resolve. I can tell that for my verse, I'm going to have to resolve it back into whatever I want to go with the verse. So I'm kind of thinking ahead, but I'm not going to go to the verse yet. I'm just going to kind of keep it on the hook. Let me try that, see if I can kind of remember it. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. It's gonna resolve somewhere, where, I'm not sure yet. That'll be kind of work in progress. Okay, so I kind of like that melody. I'm gonna keep it simple. I think I'm gonna just keep that same melody. Na 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 na, yeah, or something like that. Okay, now we gotta add some words to it, right? Couple approaches to that. You might have notebooks of lyrics if you like to write lyrics. That's one thing. Maybe you're not a lyric person at all. This is where you bring in your co-writer, and you say, I kind of got this melody. Can you got some words for it? I'm going to try to put some words on it. But I think another way, and this is what I like to use a lot too, is just kind of stream of consciousness, based on syllabic sounds. Okay, so let me see what we can come up with. Also, what you can do too is kind of, there's really like 3 categories of lyrical themes that I think of. You've got stream of consciousness lyrics, which don't necessarily make literal sense. They kind of paint kind of word pictures. You've got narratives, where you're writing out a story about something, a narrative lyric. And then you've got the universal themes lyric, like love, fall and redemption. It could stay with just despair. So kind of maybe that could help you with some of your lyrical ideas. But I'm gonna just kind of go with stream of consciousness. I think. Let's see what I come up with. No, don't. Hit me when I'm down. Hit me when I'm down. That's okay. That's a little bit maybe kind of going in a dark direction. Let me see if I can make it a little more positive. Home I'm gone. Home I'm gone. So really, I'm kind of home I'm gone. I don't know. That could work into something. But what's happening is the vowels that I'm choosing and maybe the consonants are kind of mixing with the melody that I want, and I'm kind of like I'm starting kind of like that. Home, you're gone. Oh, this is kind of making it a little more dark. I want to keep it upbeat. Home, I'm gone. Maybe come up with a rhyme with it. Home, I'm gone. No longer on the run. Hey, that rhymes like that. I'll repeat home, I'm gone. Home, I'm gone. Ever young day. I don't know if those lyrics make any sense to anybody, but I mean that's another aspect of it. So, but I'm just gonna go with what I have on spot. So, home I'm gone, no longer on the run. Home I'm gone. I need something to kind of finish that up. Home I'm gone, no longer on the run. Home I'm gone. Home I'm gone. Help me out here. This is kind of cliche, but I'll say it. under the rising sun. Okay. All right. Maybe not the best lyric, but let's go with that. Home, I'm gone. No longer on the run. Home, I'm gone. Gonna sit under the setting sun. All right. Now that's where I'm going to read. That's going to be the resolution. That's going to lead me into the chorus, which I haven't worked out yet, and that'll be for next lesson. But I think that could work. That could work. I mean, I might have to tweak the lyrics a bit. Okay, so kind of work through that. Now, what you want to do next is just record what you came up with, like on your phone or something, because already I'm forgetting what I did, right? So you want to record it, or just keep kind of working on it. Maybe if it was, if you created those lyrics in the moment, jot them down, you know. So we're using a process, right? So we're using science, if you will, a method, but that's only to give us a container for our inspiration, right? It gives us some boundaries, but then we can be creative within that. And so that's how you can create a hook. All right, so let's just recap. The way I did it, I came up with a that was a 3-chord progression that I just repeated 3 times, and then on the 4th time I altered it to kind of that's kind of a typical thing where you music's very symmetric, so you know, I have like 4 phrases, right? The first 3 are the same. Do that 3 times, and then the 4th phrase is kind of the answer to it. Alright, so I kind of worked that out. I know that's something I liked. And then the second step is I started to do some melodic work over top of it, just with whatever syllables came out. Na, 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 na. And the harmonies suggested, I mean, obviously you can only play certain or sing certain notes that are harmonious with the chords. So the chords help to suggest the melody. And then after I got that, I kind of started trying to add some word stream of consciousness in. Words that kind of would fit with the sound, and then sort of shape the words so they make some semblance of sense if I'm doing a stream of consciousness lyric, right? And then try to remember it, better yet, record it. And then you've got the raw material for your hook. And you know, then you can tweak it. You can like work on the lyric a little bit more, maybe dial in the melody a little more, this or that, but you've got a good beginning for your song. Alright, so here's your homework. Between now and next time, go ahead and work on your first hook. Alright, and really just have fun with it. You know, this is for your own enjoyment and for your own edification, and who knows, you might share it with someone someday, but that's not really the point, right? It's just the point to kind of express yourself, use a lot of your different faculties, your guitar playing, your creativeness in terms of lyrics, and then your voice, right? Wherever your voice is, you know, enjoy it, and you know, don't worry about like what other people would think about it. This is just for you, right? Okay, well, thanks for checking out this video, and I will look forward to seeing you next time.